Could still happen. I'm still interested, but if you're watching the news at the moment, there's a lot of things going on with sunscreens and
negative PR.
But that was my initial concept. I wanted to create a really good quality sunscreen because I have all my life I've had acne and really irritated skin, and sunscreen always did that to me. So.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank
Sophie
you very much.
Let's
McGrath?
go. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
McGrath.
McGrath.
McGrath PR.
McGrath
It
PR.
rhymes.
Sophie McGrath PR.
McGrath
That's a
PR.
lead, that's a lead.
I like it.
So you're now 10 years into your business.
I am.
Huge.
Yeah, just celebrated
Congrats.
10 years. Thank you very much.
You're living between here, you're living between London.
Yeah.
Your boyfriend's a famous DJ. Your husband's a famous DJ. You've got all these crazy, you're starting a lube brand.
Yeah.
You've got that going already.
Yeah.
Like, you're an interesting person. And we're honored to have you on the potty.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm
that's
honoured to be
all
on
right.
it, especially
Yeah.
all the people you've interviewed before me. Hey, thanks.
You're the greatest person we're going to interview. I already said that to you off camera.
Are you in PR?
I'm schmoozing. So you started the agency a long time ago. Why don't you take us back to where it all began?
Sure. Because one thing I get asked a lot is, oh, how did you get your start? How did you break in? And to be honest, I was very lucky. I did an arts degree, so I didn't even study PR. I finished that arts degree, still didn't know what I wanted to do. And then my sister, who was a chief of staff of a news station at the time, she always got invited to things, events, fashion shows, whatever.
What was she?
She's so my sister's Kate McGrath. She's chief of staff. She's at Channel 7 now, but back then this was Channel 9.
So she's in the media industry. Okay.
So she does the media side, and I'm the behind the scenes PR side. So,
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's always been someone that's great to bounce ideas off throughout my career. But how it started was, this was after uni. I was still deciding what to do. My sister took me to a Forever New fashion show run by AMPR. Yeah.
Do you know it?
Forever New.
Yeah.
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 They're still going, obviously.
Iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're iconic.
absolutely.
But they had a
Absolutely.
big run at one upon a time when they were coming in. Yeah, I remember.
And I went to that show with my sister and I said, I want to do this for a job. Like, what is this? Not knowing event management, not knowing that was a concept.
You were feeling it.
I was like, this is a cool job.
Looks
and
cool,
then, And then fell into an internship, and that's how it all started.
Internship where?
At AMPR.
Oh.
So I worked there, I did an internship, went to another agency, started a coordinator role there, moved up the ranks there, and then went to another PR agency. So I worked at 3 across my very young career. And then just had this light bulb moment, because for about 8 months of working at that last agency, I was kind of doing everything myself anyway. So I was getting the client, I was doing the strategy, I was then doing the work that I implemented within the strategy. So I was like, why am I working for someone else? I should do this for myself. I'll get more money. I get, so I just had this. Yeah. And so I just went for it. And that was when I was 26.
But growing up,
Yeah.
like 12 years or, growing up, what, did you like? What was your interest and...
Yeah, what were you like?
What did you want to be? Like, if I asked you when you were 12 years old, what did you want to be when you grow up? What would your answer be? And was it always in that space or...
Yeah, it's one of those things that I didn't know. I mean, you go to school and you speak to a careers counsellor and they say, oh, you should be a teacher or a psychologist or an accountant, or there was no kind of discussion of entrepreneurship or you should own a business. So initially I thought I'd be a teacher, and that's what I did for year 10 work experience. I did that and I loved it. I loved working with kids. I thought that was such a beautiful job. If I go way back, I think I wanted to be a fashion designer, but I'm not entirely creative. I'm creative to a point. but I'm more organisational. So I think PR is good for that. I keep creative people in check.
Yeah.
Communication.
Yeah, and
Is your
communication.
vibe. I'm
Yeah,
feeling-
absolutely. And I think all throughout school, I was fairly confident, did all the things, was very outgoing. So I think a job like PR encapsulates people like me that, they're able to kind of put all that into a box and create a job out of it. But for so long, I didn't realise that PR was a concept or a pathway.
Cool.
And would you say you were a bit inspired by your sister and like watching her kind of work and you're like, oh, this is cool and that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. My sister's always been a very big inspiration of mine, where she's actually 13 years older than me. So I actually watched her, in her career kind of develop into it. She started as a news reporter, which I never wanted to do because that was terrifying to me, because she would do live crosses and she would nail it. But I was like, I could never do that. I need something in front of me telling me, what to say. But definitely watching her and her career. But I knew I didn't want to be that side of it. So PR is obviously the opposite side of that. So I found my little niche there.
I'm just going to hold you. Just need
Yeah,
to
yeah. I need
turn
to
it on
turn it
from...
on,
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That should
It's
do
that
the
rain.
job. Just turn it on again.
Bucketing down.
Oh.
Isn't it? And would you believe me, Billy, if I told you I didn't even plug it in? So on brand. So on brand for me. Sorry, Kate. There's Sophie, sorry.
That's all right. I
Just
get
a
called Kate all the time.
Just a slight.
We used to have a guy that will come with us and kind of
Produce it.
do behind the scenes, but he just left.
Oh. You
So
got to do it yourself.
we're doing it ourselves.
We are enjoying it, but I mean, this
It's
is what...
it's
That's
just
why
like
things like
setting it
this
up.
start
I
But
think you're
also
doing a great job.
the whole room is like work in progress.
I
Still,
think it's
like
great. I
we
feel
just
comfortable.
we literally just painted this,
Oh.
and every episode we're like adding a little bit more to
This is
it.
got like the green and the greenery.
Yeah.
It feels nice.
It's a cozy. It was all white, and the white was just
It's like it would feel more
Not
like a
chill.
doctor's office.
so clinical, and it just looks so bad on
Green's
camera
good.
as well.
Green's
Yeah.
my favourite colour, so this
So
works.
yeah, we got bit of sister inspiration,
Yeah.
bit of like not sure what I want to do.
Yeah.
What'd your parents do?
My dad, he's retired. They're both retired now, but he's a very big inspiration of mine. He had a pretty tough childhood. Went from being a truck driver to establishing a really successful financial services business, and he retired at around 60. So
Entrepreneurship's in the blood.
yeah.
Okay.
It's often the case.
Nice.
And my dad and I are very, very similar,
Yeah.
very outgoing. I am a daddy's girl through and through, but he's just he was a brilliant operator, great with people, especially
Shout
going
out.
through recessions and everything.
Yeah.
He managed that like absolute pro in financial services.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did
And
you
Mum?
ever go to like uni to study?
Did what, sorry?
Did you ever go to uni?
I did. I
Yeah.
went to Monash Uni and I did an arts degree.
Art.
And I majored in Renaissance history and Italian language.
Wow.
Random.
Italian language.
Yeah,
So you
don't-
speak Italian?
No, hardly. Don't.
Ciao,
I get all
Bella.
flustered. Don't do it.
We can do a full like
No,
Italian
thank you.
podcast.
This was how many years ago now? What, 15 years ago? No, thank you.
Can you sing in Italian?
Sure.
Beautiful. All right. So then you started so dad's a big inspiration to you. Mum
Yes.
was also doing something.
Yeah,
like
Mum,
that?
she was a dental nurse,
Cool.
and then I've got 3 other siblings, so she stay-at-home mum raising 4 kids and just doing a brilliant job at that.
4 kids is big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you
the
Boys,
youngest?
girls?
I'm the youngest. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A sister and 2 brothers who, there's quite an age gap between us. So yeah, I was
big's
very
the
much
age
the
gap?
baby. 13 years between my sister and I, 10 years between my eldest brother, and 7 years between the next brother.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
So you were like the really little kid
Yeah,
mucking around.
yeah. I had
like that. I feel like
multiple
there's a
sets of
very-
parents.
Yeah.
Pretty
So there's a very
special.
different dynamic within the family.
Yeah.
When you're not like 1 to 3 years.
No, you really
distance.
watch them grow up, and you
Yeah.
watch them make their stuff ups, and you're like, okay, I won't
Yeah.
do that, you know.
But then I think they also like, I feel like there wouldn't be so much like sibling competition
No.
between you and your siblings. So it's like she's not even in our league. Like,
No.
she's like, I'm literally in diapers and we're
Yeah.
teenagers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't even make
No, there was
sense.
none of
True.
that.
Whereas I feel like, if you're like 1 to 3 or 4 years between
Yeah,
you and your
it's tough.
siblings, it's like, oh, like you're
And
there's
they definitely had
competition
that.
and whatever.
Yeah, they definitely had that.
So you
whereas
kind of, I feel like, did you breeze a little bit?
Yeah,
I feel like it, yeah.
yeah.
What's that?
Like just like had it a little bit easy.
Easier.
Because Ellie Chips
did.
is like this a little bit too.
Yeah,
She's the
okay.
youngest by like many
Yeah.
years, one of our employees.
I grew up in a household that was like, you can do anything. And that's how it's always been.
You did
It's
it.
how I've lived my life. So yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So we got into the internships, we started our business, and that was like your first business and still your
Yeah.
current business.
Yes.
And that was 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yes.
Okay. Take me back, what was going on in your mind at that time? And was it like an easy decision to make, or what was going on?
Yeah, it definitely was an easy decision to make. I kind of just hit the ceiling at this agency I was at, and I just wanted more. I had nothing to lose. I lived at home with mum and dad. I was 26. I had some savings. I set up a home office. Like, it ticked a lot of boxes. And it was terrifying. And I mean, it still is terrifying. Cash flow is still, a sore point. You have to constantly be looking at it. But back then, it felt right. And I'm so glad I made the jump, because God knows I probably would have still been in agency or working corporate, which is just, it's not for me. I like to be doing different things, working with different people.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, you go.
the first few years, right, I feel like there's a point where you start your own thing. What was kind of like that first moment that you're like, okay, this can actually work? Like, I've taken the leap.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you have maybe like your first success or something, which kind of is quite gratifying.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that was?
Honestly, it's all a blur, because I was very lucky from the moment I started my business. The work was coming in, and it remained that way for a really long time.
Was that because you already had the connects from the
Yes.
agencies that you worked at before?
Yes.
What's the go with that in terms of, like, is it like you can't take clients from the agency you're already working at, or it's like an open market, or?
Yeah, in most contracts there'll be a clause saying you can't take any clients. But that didn't happen. These were all fresh. They just found out, that I was on my own and wanted to work with me. And it's been like that since day dot. Honestly, it's only probably in the last year that, because there's a lot more players and there's a lot more people in PR doing very different things and charging different ways, that it's probably more challenging now than it's ever been. Back when I started,
Okay.
there was fewer freelancers, agencies, so you could adapt a bit.
How do you feel about that?
Now, I think it's great. I think there's definitely work for everyone. I'm steering my business in a different direction because I live in the UK. I'm obviously wanting to expand into the UK and keep my Australian clients and have that nice, crossover between the two regions, because I feel like there is a lot of similarities.
And then you get to spend summer there, summer
Yeah,
here.
I just chase summer.
Chasing the sun, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back for winter a little bit after this, but yeah, that's all I'll say. It'll be Christmas. It'll be festive.
Beautiful.
But yeah, how do I feel? Yeah, I think it's a great thing, but it's interesting to see it's not so much about the work coming in. It's like, okay, I have to really pitch myself out and remind people of who I am and what I'm capable of.
So if I asked you now, who are you? And kind of give us a little bit about yourself. What would you say? Like, how would you introduce yourself to a stranger?
Gosh. It's funny, you get asked these questions and you never truly think about them, because I'm just always thinking about the next thing and it's nothing to do with me. Well, I would say, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a businesswoman, I have a PR agency and have done so for the last 10 years. I work cross-category, which I'm really proud of. So, I've got such a wide net of not only media connections, but clients, and that keeps it really interesting. And then in the last couple of years, I've created another business, which is a product-based business, which is Bed Intentions, which is my kind of creative outlet. Because I think with PR, you know, you can be creative to a point and you work with such creative founders and marketers, etc. But you don't get the last say. They can take your advice or not, but Bed Intentions for me was that it's that outlet of I get to kind of decide the creative direction, the marketing plan, what we launch, you know, and see that through, which is really exciting. So yeah, I guess I'm a publicist, but I'm also a brand expert as well because I have the brand element because I run a product and a service.
Yeah. And I feel it kind of give you a little bit more insight into like other brands because you actually have to run the whole brand from A to Z and you're going to be able to see the ins and outs.
Absolutely.
And,
I think it's definitely maybe, I mean, I'm an empathetic person, but I think having a product-based business has made me even more so because you do realise you do get pushed and pulled in a lot of directions and PR is just one part of many parts.
Yeah.
So.
And what is Bed Intentions?
So Bed Intentions, or the long form name is the Department of Bed Intentions, is a sex, sleep and stress management brand. So essentially we're looking after the emotional well-being of someone. And we think that, you know, sex and intimacy with yourself and with others, good sleep and stress management are the pillars. If you've got them under wraps, it kind of sets you up for a good life.
So do you have one product only or a few different products?
I've got 2 products at the moment, which is confusing for people because essentially we are currently a sexual wellness brand because we've got 2 lubricants, but we've got about 13 products ready to develop starting next year, which are a cross-section of sex, stress and sleep. So we'll kind of cover all those bases. But at the moment, there's only the water and the oil-based lubricants.
So why don't you tell us about the water and the oil-based lubricants?
Yeah.
What do they do? What sets you apart? I know when we were researching you, microbiome friendly.
Yes, very good,
a lot
very
to do
important.
With sustainability,
yes.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Tell us about kind of, you know, your mentality around starting this brand. Why, you know, what's it for?
Absolutely. I think, you know, the 10 years or the time before, but my time in PR, you know, I've always worked with great people behind great brands. So I think I know what it takes to make a really good brand. So I wanted to create something that no one could say a bad thing about. So that's why you see that there's all these different angles that we can take. There's a sustainability angle. So we've got no plastic packaging whatsoever in any of our packaging. From how it's made to how it's sent, there's absolutely no plastic, which is a very hard thing to do because plastic is obviously durable. It's you know
cheap.
It's very cheap. So I've really taken the high road there, but it's something that I just want to see through because I think it's important. I don't want to add to the plastic waste that's already out there. The microbiome certification is really important. So essentially, when you use the water-based lubricant, you're essentially not going to get, for women in particular, thrush or UTIs, which is huge when we use lubricant. And this is why women in particular don't use it because it gives them all sorts of irritation. So that's like it's a total game changer in that sense, that we're the only one that's the world's first certified microbiome-friendly lubricant.
That is huge.
Yeah. And we've just made a product that's really good. It's got green tea and an apple, you know, all these ingredients that are just nourishing, you know, for the microbiome. And yeah, it's a real education process as well. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of pillars: education, sustainability, good products.
But why did you want to start this brand in like sexual well-being and stress and all that kind of stuff? Like what inspired it from the beginning? I know you're saying like, oh, I started a brand and, you know, with my friends, but like what about you know what I mean? Like what was the reason?
Well, I definitely wanted to always have a product business.
Right.
You know, I loved the service, but I wanted my own thing and I wanted the product. I actually wanted to create a sunscreen. Okay. Which is, you know, would be...
Could still happen.
Could still happen. I'm still interested, but if you're watching the news at the moment, there's a lot of things going on with sunscreens and
negative PR.
But that was my initial concept. I wanted to create a really good quality sunscreen because I have, all my life I've had acne and really irritated skin, and sunscreen always did that to me. So that was my initial project. But then looking at the R&D behind sunscreen, it was going to cost like $10,000 just to do the sample, which I didn't have back then. And then I started looking into lubricants. just a similar factor. I use lubricant, it gives me irritation. Why isn't there a better lubricant on the market? A lot of lubricants are made with men in mind. They're made for performance, not for, where they mostly end up and causing issues. So, yeah, I just wanted to create.
So true. I feel like in the lube space, there's no.
See, next time
there's
you
not
look.
there's not like a nice brand that's doing something like wellness or health focused. It's just
No, yeah. I mean, there is a lot of great Aussie, in particular, independent brands doing some good things. But when you go to your local supermarket and you go to that aisle, it's just it's just your Durex and and it's the glow in the dark cherry flavored something.
What's been like, because I mean, starting a product, physical, and like what you're doing, obviously there'll be a formula and things that I'm pretty sure never heard about in your life, and having to build that and create something from nothing. How was that like, the process? And what's been so challenging and what's been so rewarding about this process so far?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's definitely harder than the service-based business because it's a lot of outlay, it's a lot of output, and then you have to kind of wait and do all the marketing and do all the activity to see what comes through. As any business owner would say, and I'm sure you say the same, the highs are very high and the lows are extremely low, and it's still like that. We're coming up 3 years of this business and it's still very up and down. We just know that we're creating something that is innovative and different, and the thing that keeps me going is that I just know that it's going to work out. I'm a little bit crazy, I think. You've got to be crazy to...
You have to have so much faith in what you're doing,
I really
or else
do.
it will never be successful.
I really do, and I've had a lot of, because we are about to go into fundraising, and I've spent a lot of time in the UK meeting with people, having some warm lead kind of conversations, and they'll say, oh, is it worth it, or you're up against some pretty big companies in this game, and you get a lot of pushback, but I'm just so set on it's going to work out, or I'll make it work out.
That's the entrepreneur mindset.
Yeah.
And you will, if you have that. If you don't give up, you're going to do it.
Yeah, I haven't given up
amazing.
yet, and there's been a lot of lows, but there's been a lot of highs. Like we're in the NGV, in this exhibition, which was so cool.
3 years is a good time, to you know that you're up to something. If you're 3 years into a product game,
we get great feedback. We get these beautiful reviews from women in particular saying, "You've changed my life. You've changed the intimacy I have with myself or with my partner." There's a lot of good feedback. There's a lot of good community around us that are making it worthwhile.
What would you say, if you had to maybe pick a couple of the top things or the main differences between, or the challenges that you face between building the agency versus building the product?
The challenges?
Or the differences between the two, like how do you find them different?
Definitely, obviously, products way more expensive because there's a lot more things you need to think about. If you want to protect your IP, all this lawyer and accounting stuff that's required versus which, you obviously have for the service-based business, but it can take a bit of a back seat. Whereas when you're putting a product kind of out there, it needs to be protected in more ways than one. So that's definitely, the expense is much more. And just trying to make it different to what's out there is really important. And that was really key to me. I didn't want to just create something that I knew would work or had kind of short-term value, because you can do that. Some PR activity is for that kind of short burst of interest, but I'm in this for the long game, and I want Better Intentions to be a legacy brand and to be here long before, after I'm not here.
Yeah, what do you wish you've done different 3 years ago when you started it?
Well, I went ahead and created a whole brand and then didn't look up globally the trademark. Spent thousands of dollars. That was just wasted because...
So the name wasn't Betty?
No, the name was Nookie Butter.
Oh.
Nookie Butter is a cute name.
It was...
But Bad Intention is really
Bad Intention is
elite
amazing.
though.
Sophisticated.
It's very good.
Nookie Butter was but I couldn't get past it. I was like, that's the name. And then I was so sad when I couldn't use it because someone in the US had bought the name.
Yeah.
But I'd gone ahead, I got too excited and did this whole branding exercise and, you know, did everything that goes with that and then had to just start from scratch. So I think just before you dive head first, maybe do a bit of a check, you know.
Do you have a business partner with this business?
No, it's just me. So I'm the founder in both businesses, it's just me. With Bed Intentions, I have a brilliant head of product, Wanda. She's based out of Singapore.
Yeah.
So she's like the brain behind Bed Intentions. So I tell Wanda, this is what I want to create, and then she goes ahead
She makes it real.
Yeah, she's. I'm very lucky to have her. She's brilliant.
So I know you also don't have a business partner with your PR agency as well. No. How do you, keep yourself, because I think that one of the main pros of me having Billy as my business partner is that he helps me to not do some things like that, because I am like that sometimes with like the trademark thing.
Yeah,
and I'll just steamroll ahead and be like, oh, but what if, and vice versa.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself accountable and motivated as a kind of like a sole operator of your businesses?
Yeah, I have nothing crazy to say here. I just think I just keep going. I don't like to disappoint people, especially clients. They come to me, we sign on together. I really want to do good work for them. I don't want to disappoint them. And it's a very collaborative relationship in my PR business. And, these clients I love and adore. I don't work with anyone that's difficult. You find out in that first meeting if someone's not going to be the same page as you, because it's such an intense relationship. It's got to, you've got to be able to work with someone and work on your feet quite quickly. So I think the client side keeps me going. And then, of course, when I've got a team with me and freelancers, they keep me accountable. And then, Wanda is that for me in Bed Intentions. She's always on my back in the best way possible, saying, Sophie, you've got to do this reel and this and everything that we need to do.
Okay.
But
Beautiful.
I'm just a bit mad like that.
You're pumped.
Yeah.
You're excited.
Yeah. I mean, I
about
have
what
my
you're
moments
doing.
I get burnt out. I definitely do. I'm not perfect. I have these moments where I do want to pack it all in, and it's just because it's just pure exhaustion. I work from London. I essentially work across 2 time zones. I'm available 17, 18 hours a day for my clients. I sleep, 5 hours a night. It's not healthy.
Perfect.
But it's what you do at the moment to get the job
Bed
done.
intention, stress, sleep.
I'm the perfect
Now we know why.
person for it.
See, this is the why of the
That
brand.
makes sense.
Because I need
You're
better
the case
stress
study.
and sleep.
What made you want to move to London? Because it's a big move.
It is.
Yeah, how did the thought come through? And
We've been planting the seed for some time before we moved. So Mark and I had always, 2 years before we moved, we've always gone to London, base ourselves there during the summer, because winter here, there's not much going on in terms of PR. No one's really launching, doing anything. I could just work from there. It was easy to check in with the team, morning, evening type thing. So we'd always go over there during the summer. And then we were like, how do we move here? We don't have ancestry. We can't get sponsored. We both run our own thing.
so visa situation we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the visa popped up, which is, I think it used to be 25 years and under, and you could stay for 2 years, but they increased it to 35, and you can stay for 3.
As a work holiday.
No, it's a working visa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just jumped at that. I swear we were first in line and just got that visa. So we're able to work and live in the UK for the next 3 years.
So you got 3 years.
Yeah.
You didn't have it sorted out after that.
No. This is why we're in a bottleneck of
Shout out to the British government.
Sponsor
Let us stay, man. Let us stay.
we'll deal with that when that time comes. Don't tell my mother, she wants me home. What is it? June 2027.
The family always want you back.
Yeah. But right now it just works. I just know I need to come back to Australia as much as possible to be here for work. And it's great. I try and get here 2 to 3 times a year. I chase summer. I get to go to the UK. I get to expand my business and my connections over there. And it's working well for us right now.
Beautiful. You go.
What's like the market like compared to here in terms of PR, and like what kind of trends have you been like noticing or?
Yeah, I think they're very similar markets. I do think, and me personally, because I'm doing this with Bed Intentions, is there's a lot of similarities between Australian brands going to the UK next to launch, to expand globally. So that's kind of my interest point, is I want to be the director based in London and help founders kind of get to that point of expanding globally into the UK, and then UK into Australia. But yeah, I do feel like they're similar markets. Obviously, the UK is much bigger, much more going on. In terms of PR, there's so many PR agencies. It's crazy.
And must be a bit, because I mean PR is about who you know most of the time, and yeah, what's that shift like for you? Because I mean you are competing with people that lived there their whole life basically.
100%. And again, it's just the freak in me. I've come from Australia where...
so ambitious. It really is so ambitious, yeah.
I've come from Australia. I left behind the comfort of being very comfortable here. And I came back here 3 weeks ago and I slot straight back into, I mean, not that I have connections while I'm over there, but it's easy. Like I know who's where and who's doing what. Whereas over there, I've really had to start from scratch. It's literally ground zero in terms of connections. No one knows who I am. No one knows what I can bring to the table. I have to go around and meet media, get clients. I have to convince them to work with me. And they do have those queries. They say, why would I work with you when you've only been here a year and a half, and I could work with someone else. But yeah, it's...
What do you say to that?
I just say exactly what I'm doing. I'm completely honest with them and transparent about the road I'm on, and how, I'm ambitious to the point where I'm making sure that I'm meeting everyone I need to meet in terms of editors and whatever to support them. And those conversations are turning out positively, which is good.
How do you go about making the connections? Like you're saying, I go meet media. I think this might be helpful information for anyone that's starting a PR agency, right?
Yeah.
It's like, so now this is good because, I think maybe in Melbourne you had met some people because of the internships and everything.
Yeah.
Now you're going to London, no connects.
Yeah.
But obviously you got credibility because you have a brand for 10 years. So that helps.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So how do you go about making the connections?
London is a good place to be based because every night of the week, every day, there's so many networking events on, whether it's for PR or whether it's for brand. So I have made the most of that. Because the mornings I'm usually spent working with Oz clients, then I've kind of got the day to kind of go out and meet people, and that's essentially what I do when I'm based in London. I'm at this breakfast event or this lunch event, or catching up with someone for a drink after work, whether it's a media person or a brand. And I feel in the UK, everyone's been very open to allowing me into their worlds. So one connect leads to the other. So I've been very lucky with that. Someone says, oh, you should meet so-and-so because they've got this whatever, and they would love to meet you. So it's been very natural, but I've also been very open and very much involved in trying to, be out there and introduce myself and let people know that I am here and I mean business.
How do you feel about doing that?
How do I feel?
Yeah, like obviously you're putting yourself out there a lot, and I know it's part of your job, and you're obviously good at it.
Yeah.
But like, do you enjoy it? Are you the type of person that really likes, what I mean? Because you're meeting all these people like blank, they don't know you at all. You know what I mean?
It's funny because, I am a people person, but I do sometimes, it depends on the day. It depends on the mood. Some days I really have to like wind myself up to be ready for those moments, and I do a good job and I enter that room and I say what I need to say. But yeah, it honestly depends on the day and the energy levels that I've got. But yeah, I definitely can do it.
Because we need some tips because we're going to that
I want tips
tonight.
we got a networking event tonight. Me
Where
and
are you
Tara.
going?
There's some open table. We got invited to this open table thing.
Yeah.
Give us a few tips.
I'm that person that enters a room and people look you up and down, and I'm like, hey, what do you do?
You just hit it straight away.
Straight away.
That's what we're
I have no fear. I just, I'm I'm finding small joys about being that person that's the unknown person in the UK, because if it was in Australia, it'd be a different thing, you know? Like everyone knows someone. It's such a
True.
village
You're riding
here.
on it more.
Yeah,
It's
I'm-
literally
riding
a
on it,
village,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm enjoying, you know, people not knowing and just starting again. You know, I'm starting from scratch. I get to
Yeah,
build a
that's
whole new base there. So yeah, just go for it. Everyone's lovely and everyone's wanting to make the connect as well.
Yeah.
Just
We
go
get
for
scared
it.
sometimes, don't we?
I mean, you're
Jump in
pretty
with a big
good at it.
smile. That's all you need.
How's the weather's really good today, huh? Yeah, it's been raining all day today. Thank God that the weekend is pretty good.
Yeah.
Classic. How's your weekend? Oh, man.
Okay, beautiful. And I just got a question, like just winding back to like moving to the UK.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that, okay, it's a big adventure, you're doing it with your partner, which is like really exciting. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think about doing that summer there and summer here. Was like, I don't know, was there something about life in Melbourne that you kind of like were a little bit over or bored of, or was it just a sense of like, I just want a new adventure? Like, where did this like, because I mean, people move out usually like, you know, early 20. I mean, you don't, you know, I feel like the older you get, the less likely to do a transition like that.
Yeah.
Because you have your social network, your friends, family. What was your mindset going into that?
Mark and I had always wanted to live overseas, and I didn't get the opportunity to do it. So all my girlfriends lived in New York and London when, you know, they were in their mid-20s, early 20s, and I started the business when I was 25, 26. So that was my focus then. I was like, I really want to get this off the ground and I need to remain in Melbourne. But the whole time I kept thinking, oh, I want to be doing
FOMO.
that. Yeah, I had serious FOMO because they were just living their best lives. They were living in London or New York and traveling, and it just looked like the best time. So I think that was just always a little ache for me. And then, you know, we were doing this whole going over there during the summer and working from there, and summer in London is just the best thing. They love the sun. They stay out, you know, till 10:30 at night when there's just like a little tiny bit of, you know, light left. It's just an incredible city during the summer. So we're always like, how do we move here? And then the visa popped up and we just jumped at it. Mark and I also, you know, we are 36. You know, I'm in a beautiful big friendship group and everyone's in a very different mindset of, you know, having babies, and that's just, it's just, we're not ready for that yet. We really both are focused on our careers and just wanting that to kind of get to a level before we can think about that. So I think the move to London was good for that because it keeps you busy, keeps you, you know, it adds like a fresh
Spark.
You'll never regret it. It's one of those decisions.
I'll never regret it.
For
And
sure.
we always said, like, if it's not working out or whatever, we can always move home. And I love Melbourne. I adore this city. You know, I got back here 2 weeks ago and I was just like, oh, like it will always be home. And I do see myself living here long term.
What's your level? You said you guys want to get your businesses to a level before you have kids or something like that.
Well, that's the funny thing,
What's
right?
the level?
I keep thinking like personally I want to get to a level where, you know, both business, because they're both in growth phases, they're both doing really well, but they both need a lot from me right now.
PR and product.
Yeah, both. You know, unfortunately, I wish I had, you know, the PR business a little bit more further forward, and then, you know, I could focus a bit more on Bed Intentions, but they're both growing, and that's fine because I am ready and willing, and that's all I do is just put my time and energy into these businesses. The point would be, you know, to be able to take a little step back to then think, okay, do we want that for us? Do we want kids? Do we want, you know, where are we going to live? We're going to stay in London? Are we going to move back to Melbourne? You know, how's the career going? So, but again, that might not happen, and that's just life. You just have to do these things while life is crazy. But right now we've got there 3 years and we're giving it a red hot go to see where we land.
True, that's kind of cool, I guess. You know, you have like the 3 years. It's like, oh, we can
Yeah.
hustle really hard for 3 years.
That's what we're doing, yeah.
We're in London now, and let's just see if we can make it work.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's
But-
our focus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also I feel like, you know, a lot of people, you know, when you're thinking like that, they tell you, oh, you know, the grass is greener on the other side. Do you think it's greener on the other side now that you're there?
Oh, I live this parallel life. So I have my life in Melbourne and I come back here and it's great and I slot right in, and I have my life in London, and the personal growth in London has been huge. You know,
Describe that.
The travel,
Yeah.
you know, the access to Europe, all the travel we've done, all the experiences we've had, all the new people I've met.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that I am social and I do all these things in Melbourne, but I've done so much in London in such a short space of time, professionally and personally.
So it's actually greener.
And what has that done to you personally in terms of growth? I know you're experiencing new things, but like
Yeah.
in terms of actually changing you as a person, do you think like what impact does that have on you?
I just think it's, you know, I've always thought I've been a confident person, but I think it's just really solidifying myself in this world and what I can do and what I'm capable of. You know, it's giving me a real sense of self and confidence to really get after it and understand that you really only get one life, and I really want to make the most of it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Why do you think, like, you know, because you do a lot of networking, why do you think it becomes a bit harder to make like friends at an older age?
Yeah.
You know, because meeting people for career is good, but also like, you know, meeting friends at an older age, like you're going to the UK, trying to build a circle of, you know, it's a
Yeah.
new life. Like, do you think it's harder actually?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's definitely harder. And because, you know, as you get older, everyone's got their own thing going on. Everyone gets busier. You know, people have kids or not, or they go traveling. Like it's harder to maintain. But definitely there's so many people I've met like once and, you know, haven't seen again, and that's fine. But the people that I've really attached myself to personally or professionally, I've really maintained a relationship with them through seeing them, you know, however I can. But yeah, it has to work both ways.
Yeah, okay. And like, do you think like expectations for what a friend is kind of drops when you get older? Because like, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of friends, like back in the days, you know, you can just reach them anytime, go and hang out anytime. Do you feel like in being in a new place that kind of shifted a little bit for you?
Definitely. I'm very conscious of the fact that, you know, I've got a beautiful group of girlfriends back home in Melbourne. And I'm constantly thinking, oh, I need to FaceTime them, or I need to get in touch with them, you know. And yeah, I definitely feel like we all get older and we all get a little bit busier, and it's much tougher, but that's very much on my mind, that you have to maintain these relationships. They're not just going to form. But I'm also lucky that when I come back here, it all just kind of falls into place, and you kind of, you know, where you left off is where you start, you know.
Okay, yeah.
True friendship.
With true friendships, absolutely, yeah.
Beautiful.
With my core group.
Dialing it back now to a little bit about like the PR and what you do and everything. So I think that, you know, there's a lot of people that listen to this podcast, they're interested in hospitality, right?
Yeah.
And hospitality is a big sector of your PR.
Big piece of the pie. I love hospitality. It's my favourite part of the business.
It's your favorite part of the
Yeah.
business. Why is that?
Again, Melbourne, it's just got such a good scene for it. I think London's got such a great hospitality scene, so a lot of the people I'm talking to are hospitality focused, which is awesome. I just love restaurants, chefs. I love the whole concept. Would love to have a restaurant myself one day.
What?
What?
But not like, I hate cooking. I love going out for dinner. I'm very good at that. But no, I just like the concept, coming up with the concept of a restaurant really interests me.
That's
and I
great.
love working with people from the very beginning to kind of see that through.
What is it? Tell us.
I don't have any ideas.
What's the concept? You don't have an inkling of an idea of what you would do?
Like in terms of businesses, that's like idea 17, you know, but it bubbles away at me. Like when I'm out, I'm like, oh, this is cool.
You're like, oh, I could. See, I think a lot of people like they glamorize it because you go to a restaurant or somewhere and you're like, oh, this is amazing. The energy in here is so good.
Oh,
but
it takes so much work to get to that
the grunt
point.
work to get it there.
Yeah, and
behind
I
the
see
scenes
people
is so
do this.
full on. Yeah.
Yeah, I see teams do this. It takes a lot to get there and maintain it. The hospitality game is tough.
It's full on.
What makes
Yeah.
you say that it's tough? What do you mean?
Oh, I think it's, you know, if we bring up COVID, you know, that really kind of, the music industry and the hospitality industry really suffered during that time. But even before that, it was hard to get people out and about. I feel like I haven't lost hope. I feel like it's the scene's creeping up and it's coming back, and there's a lot of really cool concepts launching, you know, end of this year or into 2026, which is really exciting for Melbourne in particular. But it's always been a tough industry. And I'm only hearing this secondhand from clients that I work with. You know, they talk to me about the issues that they're having. You know, and we try and work that out together as to what we could do from a PR perspective, if there's anything.
Yeah. What kind of what do you think is like the perfect recipe for like a restaurant launch in 2025? Like, what do you think? Because I mean, there's a lot of venues now. I think I don't know. Do you think it's a bit overcrowded, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I am concerned that there are, I mean, as good as it is that new venues are launching, there's a lot of new shiny things and it kind of overwhelms the customer. It overwhelms media as well, you know. The perfect recipe. Oh, that's a really good question.
Because you're thinking about it, like, so you're like your own hospitality place, right? That's what you're thinking of. You would want to create one day. If someone was like to you, hey, so if like do me a solid, like I'm starting out this thing. What do you reckon? Like, what are the boxes I need to tick before opening and launching it, like, to make this successful?
Yeah, well, I would start with a really good team around you. You know, people that have worked at some really great places prior that can really bring a good energy and a good work ethic to the business. I think is really important. You know, there's everything from a really, you know, the menu doesn't need to be this huge thing. It can just have really good quality hero dishes and you can build from there. You don't need to start with this crazy long menu that overwhelms guests as they come in. Same with drinks. You know, the atmosphere, you know, sometimes I'm concerned that the atmosphere and the design and the details are much more than the food and drink element, which is why people are essentially there. You know, sometimes I feel like that gets people go a bit overboard with that.
Yeah,
In Melbourne especially.
I agree.
Yeah, and like it's great, you know, and there's a scene for it, but I sometimes feel like one gets lost over the other, and you've got to make sure that all cogs are kind of, you know, working towards the same goal.
I think it just depends on the scene with that one. That is a
Yeah.
big one where it's like, well, if you don't want to be completely product focused and make sure that you have the most delicious and like amazing menu, well, then maybe you want to invest in something else like that, the atmosphere and the fit out and things like that. So I guess it can, like, I don't know, there's space for both.
Yeah.
But obviously a good balance of both is the ideal
It's about the
kind
balance.
of recipe, yeah.
Yeah, and gosh, I'm coming at this from, what I know about, you know, working with doing new launches and working with, you know, whether it's chefs that have been around forever or people that are brand new to the game, you know, they all want something different.
And what about like the role of PR in launching new venues? Do you think it's essential, or do you think it's a good option?
Nice to have.
You know, nice to have.
I understand why people wouldn't have it. And, you know, as long as they've got like a good, strong marketing person within their team that kind of understands the process and what you should do to launch. I don't think it's an essential. It's definitely I call it the cherry on top. You know, we're kind of the last thing people think of, but it's the thing that's going to really help you, catapult you to, you know, a really good launch starting point.
What makes you say that? How do you think PR help venues?
You know, just ensuring that whether you're working with a publicist or someone internally in your team, is kind of letting media know what's going on and what's coming up, you know, getting them excited about the prospect of a new venue or a new bar. You know, and you never know what might come from that. It might be a first look, it might be an interview, you know, and those things really help kind of solidify that kind of launch phase that you can really ride out, you know, for the next like 3 to 6 months, depending on when you launch. I think it definitely adds value.
What do you think, like, how do you feel about, because I feel like the scene is definitely changing, especially in Melbourne. I feel like a lot of people are a lot more aware of PR, right? Maybe back in the day it would be...
With social media now. And
like all the fine dining places, maybe they would have PR, but the local cafe wouldn't. But now even the local cafes, like they're getting PR, they understand the importance of it, and the introduction of all the social media and everything. Where, like, how do you feel about the evolution of PR and kind of, you know, where it sits now and the importance of the success of the hospitality business, for example?
Great question. PR is forever changing. You know, even I'm having to, once you've kind of got an understanding, it shifts again, you know, as to what you should do in terms of, say, a launch campaign. Social media is a big part of that. You know, content creators are a big part of that. You know, it's not just about the traditional media relations strategy anymore. It's about encompassing, you know, whether you do an event or whether you do a dine-in program, get business leaders in, content creators in, media in. You know, there's a lot of different arms to this now. I forget your question.
Make some noise.
Where was I going with it?
What's the... No. It's like about the evolution of PR, but I'm also asking, like, okay, so let's just... I know obviously you run a PR agency, right? But it's, you know, someone was gonna say, oh, because I know PR can also be expensive, because we work with PR agencies too, right? It's quite costly. Let's just say someone, instead of spending, because sometimes PR campaigns for launch is gonna be like 20 grand, for example. Instead of spending 20 grand on a whatever 3 to 4 month launching campaign or something like that, they just spend 20 grand on social media, like paid ads, something like that. What do you think? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you think would, with the modern landscape, like, what do you think would move the needle more?
Ooh, I'm a big believer in that all cogs need to be turned on and we all need to play a part. So paid marketing, PR, it all needs to be switched on. I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Also, you know, chat to your PR about what budget you have for PR. I mean, that's always the frustrating point between client and PR. You know, if you've got a certain amount that you can spend on a launch, tell the publicist that. And then the publicist will say to you, okay, this is what I think you should do for that amount. And then save the rest for X, X, and X. I would never put all money into one basket.
Yeah. And do you think PR works only for new venues, or do you think like a 5-year-old venue can still leverage PR? And if yes, how would they do that?
Well, you know, I don't get just brand shiny new things all the time. I get people that are like, hey, I've been around for 4 years, but people seem to have forgotten about me. So what should I do about that? And I love working with those people, because that's when you can kind of go back to basics and go, okay, so you've been around for X amount of time. What worked? What didn't? You know, what have you got coming up? You know, you just get creative juices flowing again, not only for yourself, but for them, because they're at this kind of stuck point where they're not really sure how it's tracking. But I also say I can't PR something just because it exists. Like, we need to create something. You know, we need to create something of interest that we can give media or show off on social media. So yeah, it's about getting creative and setting up a strategy that is appropriate when you are not a shiny new thing and you're 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years old. What can we do? What can we let people know about you that's going on?
So you need to do something like...
Yeah, you need strategy,
Yeah, okay.
You need a story. Not just
need a story.
Yeah.
I'll always tell people I can't PR you just because you exist. And I get that a lot. People saying, hey, can you just fix this or get us in the whatever? And it's like, cool, like, what of value are you giving them that they should write about you or come to your restaurant, or, you know? And that's not hospitality, that's any brand business.
You run a lifestyle brand as well. You've got Bed Intentions.
Yeah.
Do you think that restaurants need to start thinking more like lifestyle brands?
I'm definitely seeing a lot of that. where people are creating worlds, which I'm finding really interesting, and I'm seeing a lot of that on social media. And I don't have too much to say on it yet because I'm watching it evolve myself. But definitely this community building and this world building, I see a lot of restaurants, not only restaurants, fashion brands, anyone doing, and I'm just curious to see where it goes. But this is the constant shift with PR and marketing. It's just forever changing. As soon as you've got a handle on it, it changes again. So yeah, you just never know. But I like where it's heading. I like how there's a deeper narrative and a deeper thought process behind a brand or a business, because that's something I want to develop with Bed Intentions too. I want it to be a place where people can come and learn something and buy product, and I think
I love that too.
It just makes the brand a bit more interesting because I
there's
feel
more
like
to talk about when you open up to that.
More things to do, even from like an agency perspective right now, we can post about our work all the time, but it just gets, it's like what's special about that, you need to kind of collaborate and include people and do a podcast and host events, and it's just becoming a little bit more like, just broad and...
Yeah, and fluid as well. And I mean, you don't, because that's another thing, I hate to overwhelm clients and overwhelm myself. With Bed Intentions, I can do so much, but it's like, hang on, I'm one person. What's actually going to shift the needle and what should I do? So, we might focus on like 2 things at a time, not the 10 things, because you're not only going to overwhelm yourself, but you're going to overwhelm your audience that just doesn't know where to go and what to do.
Beautiful. Just checking. Soul checking. Beautiful. Should we do some rapid fire stuff?
Yeah, I got some rapid fire questions here.
Oh, wow.
You go.
Yeah.
Just to make it
fair.
I don't know what I've said this whole time. I've just been in...
You've been slaying.
Thank you.
Honestly. It's been really nice.
Been
I feel like we went through a few different...
Yeah, we did this, which is good. That's how my brain works. So
yeah.
That's fine.
This is you operating in real time.
Yeah. When someone asks me a deep question, I'm like, I haven't thought about that. I just keep going. I'm just on autopilot.
We got a whole... document prepared. We don't look at it.
I love that.
Yeah. It's just nice to kind of get the conversation. But the rapid fires, because they're easy now.
Let's do it. Melbourne Hospo in one word.
What was the second one you said?
Melbourne Hospo in one word.
Oh. Energetic.
I love. Billy, what would you say? I'm curious. We're in
the
Hospo game.
That to me. Diverse.
Ooh.
That was good.
I like that. What about you?
No. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Most overused marketing move venues need to stop doing.
Marketing move. I'm just a bit over the whole, and maybe it's more like when people do the special drink with the product. What's that? Like Hailey Bieber did that months ago or years ago.
Special. Oh,
like a special shake or something. With the product.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just a bit over that.
It's
Let's
got
do
nothing to
something
do
else.
with the product. It's just a drink.
No. It's like inspired by the product, and they do like a special drink.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't.
I just see that a lot. I've seen that a lot lately, and in London too. I'm just a bit like,
It's a bit of a cash grab, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's do something else. Yeah.
I reckon mine would be, especially in hospitality, would be just like mindless influencer marketing.
Like the coconut. We don't need to mention it, but that coconut water we had.
Which one? Oh yeah, the pistachio puppy one. Just doing many collabs. Pistachio puppy coconut water. I was talking about just getting random some people just think if you just throw a bunch of influencers at something and they're all saying the exact same thing about a restaurant.
Yeah, that
with
sucks.
the voiceover, the AI one and stuff.
It's got to have depth.
It's what's the point of it? It's so saturated. It just feels like nothing.
They've just thrown money at it, and yeah. It's got to have some depth to it.
PR mistakes you see often?
People having no idea what journalists write about that they're pitching to happens more than you think.
Example?
Just so you get your database together of your lifestyle. If you say it's a hospitality venue, you get your hospo, lifestyle, general news, and you pitch that out, but you actually don't watch TV news, or you haven't picked up the newspaper in 5
It doesn't
years.
align.
You've really got to, whoever you're sending that email to, you've got to personalize it and really make sure that, hey, I saw you did that great piece last Sunday, would love to, actually have some...
Authoritize yourself a little bit.
Yeah, instead of just throwing it out and hoping for the best for your client. It doesn't work like that.
Well, I just saw you're working with the Australian Open.
Yeah.
I remember you did last year.
I did.
With A1 Bakery.
Oh, yeah, I love those
Our
boys.
friends.
The best.
They're the greatest.
we're working with them
Nicola
now.
Panini and Julia as well.
Yeah.
And you're doing this year as well?
I am, yeah, AO26, so it's my 4th year working with Tennis
Fourth year?
Australia. Yeah.
Wow, man.
It's a great gig.
Is
I'm
that
very
one of your
lucky.
best gigs ever?
It's definitely, I love the team. They're brilliant operators at Tennis Australia. And then it just opens me up to, I work with, it's like 100 stakeholders. So chefs, teams. It's just a fun.
What's your role like? What do you do
for them? Yeah.
So I do everything food, hospitality, premium experience. So basically all the hospitality media.
So the event or like the PR or
The
like
PR, so all
PR?
the media, all the traditional media relations, just ensuring like everyone knows what you can get on Grand Slam Oval or Garden Square,
Wow.
or the more premium products.
That's the coolest thing ever, man.
Yeah.
cool,
Honestly, like
I'm very lucky,
yeah,
It's a great
good on
gig.
you.
And you're obviously here for that because it's in something.
Well, I'll go back. I'll see my husband for a month, because otherwise I won't see him for 7
It's in for 7.
months.
Oh my God.
So I'll go back, have Christmas with Mark, and then I'll come back just after Christmas and stay here till Feb or March.
Right.
Beautiful.
How do you guys go with like navigating this thing, your relationship? Because like FaceTime, like face-to-face time, I mean, not FaceTime.
Yeah.
Is very, I think, important in relationships. How do you, like, what's your setup?
We've been together how long? How long was that? 60 years or something? Can't do the maths.
60?
No,
16.
I was joking. We've been together. I did say 60, but we've been together since we were 16. And I'm
Oh my
36
God, that
now,
makes
so.
sense.
It's almost, I thought you said 16. It's like, oh yeah, it's around about 16.
No, what is
A little
this?
bit
Probably
more.
19?
Yeah.
I can't do. I'm not a maths girl.
Yeah.
We just make it work. Yeah.
Just make it work.
Just be honest, communicate
Quality
openly,
time.
give each other what you need.
And we both know what we're doing. We're both doing this for us. and-
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Part of it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Venues you think are nailing branding right now?
Venues, I think, that are nailing branding right now.
Could be anything. It should be any brand. to be
A
honest.
brand,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
You can't go past Hector's Deli.
Yeah.
I think, they've just nailed it since day dot, and Dom and Vanessa are great operators, and I get to work with them at AO26, which is fun.
I actually just went and had a beef and pickles yesterday.
Did you like it?
Oh, love it. I mean,
haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, but I haven't been in a while, but I had it yesterday and it was just banging, yeah, really nice.
Yeah, so good.
I'm not that keen on sandwiches anymore.
Well, because there was such a huge
Yeah.
sandwich moment. London's now just doing the big sandwich thing. So
Oh, it's now.
Yeah, I really feel like Melbourne is still the hospital
that-
leader.
Melbourne's a trendsetter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We're getting Michelin soon, aren't we? Michelin stars soon.
Yeah,
Is Michelin coming yet?
We had some hotels Michelin going on lately, yeah,
yeah.
in Australia, but not restaurant yet. I'm not sure about this, but I heard that the government is not going to allow Michelin to give
Oh, I haven't heard
stars.
that. Why?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure about it, but I definitely saw it somewhere.
It's definitely a government-based thing. Like when they brought it to like Thailand, for example, Thailand paid a bunch of money to Michelin
so
to
it's
bring it there.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got that.
Because then you get more
Partnership.
clout. Yeah. As a country.
Yeah,
It's
got
that
it.
country marketing.
What I'd love to do. What's for Tourism Australia? That would be fun. Call me.
Call us.
Yeah, work on it collaboratively. Yeah.
All right. Hardest part about running a business between two countries?
It's really tough. I'm not going to lie. I'm really enjoying waking up at the moment and not having to jump on a meeting immediately, chuck a jumper on and brush my hair. It's really nice to just ease into the day. But yeah, it's tough. It's the lack of sleep and the stress but I do that because I'm dedicated and
You're a
I do
hustler.
love my job. Yeah.
Time zone then probably is the hardest
Time
thing,
zone,
right?
and when I go
Yeah.
back in November, it gets even tougher. 'Cause,
Yeah.
they change over hours,
Right.
but we just make it work.
What's one thing you envy about London that Melbourne doesn't have, and vice versa?
London's transport system is brilliant. So I don't have a car over there. I
Yes.
just catch public transport, bus, tube, wonderful. And Melbourne to London, good coffee. Still very hard to find. And I refuse to pay $10 for a crappy coffee.
There.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll just ask it. Biggest ego check you've had in business?
Ego check. I often get a tone check from clients. So clients will, if I'm not working directly with them and I'm working with someone else, they'll be like, oh, what's with, what that email that you just sent? And I'm like, what? And they'll be like, oh, you needed something. And I'm like, yeah, I've been asking for that certain document for a week and the media opportunity's about to expire. So we need to get onto it. So I often get tone checks and it's like, I'm just doing my job so we can get the job done.
But also, if you didn't change your tone, they wouldn't have reacted.
And it's like, there's barely any tone. I'm just saying like, can I get this now? You
Yeah.
know, but it's some people are sensitive to
Fair enough.
emails, but it does my head in.
It's hard. I've only from speaking to people that are in PR agencies, it must be really hard because you've got to approach the media so many times, message them, tell them you need
Yeah.
something, then get the thing from the client, tell them you
Our
need it.
job
and then-
is we're that person in the middle that's just trying to make magic happen. But if one side's not producing what we
Responding.
need to get this brilliant media opportunity, it passes
Yeah.
you by. So I will fight for
They'll
it.
have a tantrum. PR can't fix, fill in the blank.
PR can't fix bad operators, bad brands. You can try and shine. Can I swear on this?
Yeah.
You can try and shine a shit, but I think people just see through it. You've got to just kind of pull it apart and start from scratch again. But I get that a lot. I get people coming to me saying, "I want to be this," and I just say, "You can't be. We've got to work this out."
Trust the process.
Yeah.
I think hospitality in Melbourne is about to fill in the blank.
I think hospitality in Melbourne is about to... Well, yeah, as I said before, I think there's some really brilliant venues and concepts coming to Melbourne in particular at the end of this year or start of next year. So I'm excited to see what happens there. Not only hospo, but also hotels. I don't know, I just feel like Melbourne's so good at just adapting and just... We're such a creative... city, and there's just always something new and exciting going on that we can be proud of. So it's just always evolving.
Incredible. I love this answer. This is the part... I think we can skip that.
Yeah, skip that one.
What was it?
Nah, it's just a shit question.
Just a bit,
It's a shit question.
but I got a really nice... I got a nice question for you. I'm actually really curious.
nice one? Okay.
Yeah, to hear.
The others haven't been nice?
So, if time and place wasn't a thing, and you can do a collaboration with any person, dead, alive, musician, chef, dancer, a brand, anything and everything, who would you collab
Oh
with?
my God. My brain's just exploding. Could be anyone.
Anything, anyone, dead,
It can be
alive.
Nike. It can be Michael Jackson. It can be
Yeah,
anything.
I think I'm going musician because music is such a big part of my life.
Okay.
Underworld.
I love Underworld. Have you been stalking my... I saw Underworld in London.
Did you actually?
Yeah, like
Was it
recently.
good? Then
It
your
was
album
really
is
good.
so...
I swear I didn't see
No,
that,
no, it's
but
fine.
but
It was just weird though because it was literally one of my latest posts was...
I actually did not see that, but I don't know, for some reason
did,
I
you
got the vibe that you
I
would
love
like
Underworld. I
yeah.
really do. I saw Oasis recently too. My gosh, that was an incredible concert. Oh, like I can't go past the Beatles. I know that sounds so lame. I'm going to sit in my car now and go,
No.
so many other things I should have said.
Beatles are so good. That's
No
an
one
amazing
answered
collab.
Beatles. Yeah, that's a sick one.
How can you go past the Beatles or just John Lennon, Paul McCartney? I don't know what we'd do, but I just want to hang out.
Kick it.
Let's do some partnerships, you know.
Yeah. A lube.
Partnerships with the Beatles.
You can do a Beatles lube.
Imagine
That's
living
great.
in the Sergeant Pepper lube. Yeah.
What about a smoothie, maybe?
A drink, yeah. You can do a special
I
matcha
don't know if it's
drink.
offended anyone that's done a smoothie product collab. Like, it's been a few. Sorry.
That was really good.
It's a shame. I'm honestly going to get in the car and be like, oh, I should have said that.
So music's a really big part of your life. How?
is.
Obviously, you have your wonderful husband who's
Yes, yeah.
a producer and DJ.
Music is always my dad and my family, but my dad in particular always played music in the house. I DJ on the side as well.
What?
So I've got decks set up in my house in London.
This is a hot
That's a
take. What do you
sneak
DJ?
Oh, like anything and everything. I don't have like a set.
Do you
like,
have
I'm
a-
not like a house DJ.
Do you have
or
a
anything.
DJ name?
It was DJ PJ because I learnt how to DJ in COVID, and I would take videos. It's really lame. I would take videos of myself in my pajamas, and all my friends would call me DJ PJ.
I love it.
I love
it's
that.
sick, actually.
Yeah, it's
DJ.
very
PJ.
good.
Do you have it trademarked?
No, I don't. And I don't want. I need
God.
to just. I need to come up. If you have a name for me, let me know because I
DJ
hate
PJ is
it.
good.
Dude, DJ PJ is one of the most
It's amazing.
beautiful DJ names I've heard.
And it
It makes me
rhymes.
cringe.
Yeah.
It rhymes. But no, I do want to bring back the DJing. So watch this space.
Let's go,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, next time you're here, we've got decks.
Yeah,
Set 'em
let's go. But no, music's always been just a big part of my. It's kind of like what I turn to when I'm stressed,
Yeah.
or it just reminds me of my happy childhoods, or it's like my little like I'm that person in the pub quiz that can like answer everything.
Music related.
Yeah, can't answer anything else. Sport, don't know, but music, I can do it.
And what are you most excited about?
I'm forever positive, forever just looking forward. I'm excited for the Oz Open. I think it's the best lineup that they've produced for food and bev in the 4 years that I've worked with them. So I'm excited for that particular piece of work. I'm excited for the exciting things we've got coming up with Bed Intentions. I'm excited to head back to London and crack on with everything that I'm trying to achieve there. I'm excited to get some new staff members to manage the Australia time zone. There's a lot to be excited for. There's a lot to do, but I'm excited. I'm pumped.
love
I
it.
love that, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming and
Thank you.
sharing. And yeah, it's been really interesting to hear
Thanks.
your
It's been so good.
perspective on
Oh, thank
things. Yeah, I feel like, it was really nice to hear about your product journey, your
Yeah.
PR journey, your like moving journey. And
Yeah.
yeah, we learnt a lot. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
we're grateful to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're so great to talk to, man.
Yeah,
Really.
it's been good.
We could kick it.
We
Hopefully I said some zingers and
Yeah,
you can
Thank you.
can use them
for
for
real.
clickbait.
Cheers.
thank you.
All right.